blues musicians don't have a problem judging themselves and leading with that, like leading with their flaws. You know what I'm saying? Leading with the fact that I'm tormented or I'm broken, and finding a way to make that not just acceptable, but to make that seductive. It's something so brilliant in that, and also so black.
I've been all over this world. I seen men die in ways I ain't even know was possible. Love you, brother. Be careful. I will.
One of the things that I love about is the title of the film, because I feel it's loaded with moral and religious, that feeling of sinner, and the definition of being a sinner is very particular. And I wonder, what is your personal definition, even you, Ryan, because you wrote everything, in the context of this story? What is that definition of being a sinner inside of the story?
That's such a great question, man. I love this title, and this is the first. We didn't, like I said, we didn't have a title for a long time. You know, it was almost a joke. Like our script supervisor, Steve Gerke, would pitch a title every day. Like, you know what I mean? Every day we would you know, he would hard sell a different title every day, and that was you know, we had so much fun, but I had a hard time coming up with a title for this movie, bro. Like an intensely hard time. And I think we found it like in a collaboration with a lot of different folks, a lot of different elements. But it was like once we found this, I was like, oh my God, it always had to be this, you know, because there's so much judgment involved in that title, but there's also an acknowledgement that everybody is this. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows that this is something that everybody is, but you can also like levy it against someone, you know. And I think that the brilliance of blues music, the Delta blues music, is that blues musicians don't have a problem judging themselves and leading with that, like leading with their flaws. You know what I'm saying? Leading with the fact that I'm tormented or I'm broken, and finding a way to make that not just acceptable, but to make that seductive. You know what I mean? And make that cool. You know. For me, I think that like it's something so brilliant in that, and also so black. You know what I mean? Like but also like it's for everybody, which is why the blues became something that everybody all over the world can take ownership in. You know what I mean? You know, that's what I had.
For the performers, what the definition of being a sinner is inside the story, Michael?
I mean, everybody's flawed. I feel like all the characters at some point are at a crossroads of some type of sin. You know what I'm saying? Whether they see it, you know, whether it's off camera, before the movie, or during the film, where our story takes place. You know, I think there's some element of that, of ownership of that in some type of way, which I found pretty profound and interesting.
I totally love the movie. One of the things that I love is the town. I feel the whole town, it's a character by itself. And it just feels haunted. It feels like something's gonna happen. And I wonder how this environment helped to shape your character, including for Mr. Jumping Jack.
Oh, stop.
Jumping Jack, they used to call me.
Stop it.
Jumping Jack.
How about that?
You have medals.
I've got medals and shit.
Do you really?
Oh my God, are you hearing this?
I am hearing this. God bless you. I think Jumping Jack needs to answer that question.
Hell
Yeah.
Take it away, Jumping Jack.
Get him, JJ. Okay, can you repeat that? Sorry. My head was elsewhere, man. I was back in 1994 at the Irish dance tournament. What was the question? Sorry, mate.
Can I say something?
Of course.
You identified something at the very beginning of your question. The community is a character.
Yeah.
The community is a character in this film, and it absolutely is a very strong character. And the community has such vibrancy, has such beauty, has such depth of character, and Sammy, Preacher Boy, being part of a lineage, his relationship to the community, that's exactly what Remick, I think, I don't want to speak for you, JJ, but
This is
great.
Love it.
that's exactly what he and his colleagues want, because that's where the value is. That's where the gold is in this community. That's what they're coming after. He says it.
He says it. Look, but want your memories.
I want
and you'll know what I know. I know what you know.
That's right. He says it.
Wow, that's
he
great.
articulates. He articulates it. So.
Now,
But you may have a different opinion, JJ. What do you think, man?
No, I'm with you, man. No, I'm with you. Not even being facetious. No, that's well said. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's
Community is a character.
that God-given thing. It's that God-given thing that he's after there. You know, with amazing talent like that. It's sometimes it's said that they're touched by something higher, and I think that's what's being lusted for by Remy.
Yes. Good, lusted for. They're lusting after that. And there's a scene in that we shot that is not in the film, where I say to Miles's character, "You're the future." And I think that also is part of what Remick and his colleagues are, to use your term, Jack, lusting after.
Yeah.
I agree. Thank you so much for your time. I love the movie. It's one of my favorites this year so far.
Thank you. Thank you.
One of.
I have seen so many so far, like you have no idea. But this one, I love horror movies and I love everything involved with vampires. I think it's just deeper than just sucking blood and killing
It
people.
absolutely is.
Yeah.
That's right.
And this especially these vampires, they just want to transform people just for pleasure. So they wasn't looking for anything else. And I think that's depth. It's really deep, the feeling.
Thank you.
Thank you.